Good morning, students. Welcome to online English class. Yesterday, I had given you a task of writing a letter to the editor with the topic as you can see in this video. Today, we'll attempt the letter with its general rules and style of writing. So, let's begin. Leave a suitable margin, then start writing from top left without leaving any gap, and that is the first thing you have to do is write the sender's address, that is Sohanlal, Bhawanipur, Sundargarh, without writing from. But yes, don't write your name here, only your address, sender's address. In your examinations, sometimes your address is not given. In that case, write down examination hall, and that's all. You don't have to write your original address. You are barred from writing your own address, and you are not supposed to reveal your own identity. That's why write only examination hall. Then come to the next part, writing the date. Most of the students commit mistakes here. Either they write the date under the recipient's address, or they write the date in a very wrong format. So let's see what to do. So you have already written your address, then leave gap of a line. You shouldn't write the date here, leave a gap here. So write the date in the format I am writing. This is the safest way to write. That is 24, A capital, April, name in complete, and 2020. Avoid any other formats, and writing date with slash is absolute no, that is not recommended by CBSE. Now leave a lines gap once more, then write the recipient's address without writing to. Some students write to, that's okay, but after 2 they put a comma. Even though you have written 2 by mistake, don't put a comma after 2, because 2 here is a preposition, and we don't put comma after preposition. So write the person you are writing, that is the editor, because you are writing the first line, T capital, because you are writing the first letter of the line, and editor is a designation, a post, and he is almost a name, the name of a designation, the editor. So both capital. Then the Times of India. This is the name of the newspaper. So you should capitalize the way it is appropriate as for the name of the newspaper, and the is always there before the name of a newspaper. Then the address. Look here, I have not put any comma in either of the address. You are not supposed to put any kind of comma, unless when you write two things in a single line. Suppose your address was your quarter number A56, comma some street, then Bhawanipur, Sundargarh. So there you could write or put a comma. Now let's come to the next part. In our traditional way, we actually write the subject above the salutation. But in recent years, CBSE is recommending to write the subject after the salutation, particularly in British style. And if you refer Oxford, they don't write anything as a subject unless it is a letter referred by other. They don't write anything. Rather, they write the very summary, very purpose or gist of the entire content within line or two after the salutation, and then they write everything in detail. So anyway, you have to balance between traditional and modern. So I leave it to you whether you write subject above salutation or below salutation, but I would show you how to write it below the salutation. Now comes to the salutation part. What kind of salutation is appropriate for writing to the editor? Now for some, editors are a friendly being, no sense of fear, and some may take them as a social being, as a common being like us, like a friend. Then you can use dear. Otherwise, dear is not usually written for editor. But I leave it up to you. You may write dear sir, but I would write only sir. Putting a comma after sir is not mandatory. That's why I am not putting. Then writing the subject. Colon and this small dash mark. So how to write the subject? Many would write subject as they wish, but the proper way of writing the subject is you should begin with a noun phrase if possible, because that makes the sentence shorter. That's why here in this context I would like to begin with the word disobedience of COVID-19 rules by citizen of Sundargarh. So disobedience here, this is a noun. Now leave a gap, then begin your topic. But if you follow the Oxford way, you need not put this shortcut subject. They directly write, this is to inform you about disobedience of COVID-19 rules by citizen of Sundargarh as observed by a citizen of or a responsible citizen of India. Then they write. So don't go that higher level, just begin here. So without taking your time, I am writing the content. Content should be very lucid and clear. You need not be very much creative in writing a letter to the editor. Why? Because here your creativity is not tested. How much realistic you are and how much exactly and accurately you share your idea with the editor will be tested. So you need not be writing things as if you are writing a story. You should be very factual. You should have exact facts and figures. You should have some kind of number, some names of some places, some events that occurred. You can write all those things. You should be as realistic as possible. Many students end up by writing an article in the letter to the editor, that this should happen, this has not happened, this is good for health, this is not good for. So you are not supposed to give your judgment there. You are not supposed to express your opinion merely. There is, of course, a space where you can express your opinion. That is the end part. There you can express, suggest, express your opinion, suggest something, or you may wish something to be done. So let's write the body or main content of the letter. Traditionally, we write, I would like to draw the attention of the general public or the authority through your esteemed column about such and such. You may follow that traditional way. Otherwise, you, without following the traditional way also, it can be written. But I am balancing between both these traditional ways and the recent ways. So, writing in an different opening lines or front lines or beginning lines, you may choose the traditional way or the current modern way, or you may write in a suitable style to begin the body of the letter. It goes like this. I would be obliged if you highlight a very important issue pertaining to the general public in your esteemed daily. Now look at the language. The nation is following COVID-19 lockdown rules since 26 March 2020 seriously to stop the pandemic spread rapidly. People have become aware of the threat and impending danger of coronavirus. But unfortunately, in Sundargarh town, here I have localized the problem. People are seen roaming around unnecessarily. People can be seen milling and loitering around ATMs, banks, grocery, and ration shops. People riding on their bikes with a pillion is also commonly seen. At Hospital Square, only 4 to 5 policemen are deployed who are unable to check and control such huge surge of irresponsible citizens. Some are even not wearing mask properly. And now another thing, I am writing the content, but at the same time I have to check the word limit. Nobody wants to read long passages and long description. It is troublesome for the editor himself, and it is also troublesome for the evaluator. Nobody likes to read so many lines. They just want to know a first hand they only want to get a first hand impression of what you have written and how you have written, how you have written lucidly, what is your style, and whether you have expressed things in a coherent manner or not. Even though you write 2 pages, they won't give double the marks. So that's why you need to be concise and convey facts correctly, exactly, and with the due economy of words. That's why I am not writing much, but I am not restricting you uh, from writing another 2 3 lines. You may write well, but don't make it very much longer, because that would do the reverse thing, and they may deduct marks for exceeding word limits. So keep checking your word limits. So make another paragraph, that is the conclusive one. Here you may suggest or give your view. So let's begin. So I have written this way. You may give your own view also. Therefore, I request you to give a prominent place in your daily for awareness of the public and appropriate action by the concerned authorities. Now write thank you. After thank you, leave a gap of 1 line. Then write yours, Y capital. then don't write here obediently. Sincerely, as I told, is absolutely optional. If you are very friendly with the editor and you have no sense of fear, and if you consider the letter to be demi-formal rather than formal, then you may write sincerely, but I would recommend you not to write sincerely, rather write faithfully, because faithfully means you have some respect for the person you are writing, you are not very free with him, and you have a sense of little fear. So yours faithfully, your name only and nothing else, because you have already written your address on the top part. So this makes a letter to the editor. You may write in a slight different manner if the topic is a different one, because sometimes topic differs. That's why your writing may differ, but the body, not the format. So that's all for today. Thank you. Look at here. By mistake or as a matter of habit, I have given here some indent space. So don't give any indent space before beginning of a paragraph. Here also it should shift to the left, and here also a little shift is needed. So follow this, and thank you once more. This is all for today.